Hi, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and as you know, the tool I use most ever is probably TradingView. TradingView is the charting platform that I think pretty much everyone does all their charting on. That's not just for crypto, but for traditional stocks and forex and all that kind of thing. To me, it's something I cannot live without, and of course, it's the home of our indicator Quadzilla. Without TradingView, we wouldn't have Quadzilla. So yeah, it's a very much a part of my life. Now there is an offer on at the moment with TradingView. I will say as well, if you haven't got TradingView or if you haven't got a paid version of TradingView already, if you use our link, which is savewith.crypto.org/TV, you will get $15 off any annual plans that you buy. And I think that includes the offer as well. So give it a try if you don't have TradingView already. Just go to savewithcrypto.org/TV. Okay. So let's have a look at these offers. I mean, as usual, they are like very good for like the higher plans. Now, I currently use the premium plan, and that is because we do have Quadzilla, and to actually have invite-only scripts, you need that level. That said, I think the essential is fine. I use that for many years, no problem at all. And you're getting 30% off that. But with the premium one that I want, it's 70% off. So let me just show you how this works. So there's only 1 day and 19 hours left. So if we were to look at my account, you can see that I last paid for a subscription on September the 1st, 2025, and I bought an annual subscription then. That cost me £258. I'm in the UK, so this is in British pounds. I think wherever you are, it should adjust the currency to your local currency. So really, my subscription doesn't run out until September the 1st. So let's see what happens if I try and upgrade. So if I go here to the offer, I go for the get 70% off, you can see that what I'm getting is a premium plan, which is worth £719. The promo code for this offer gets me 467 off. That gives a subtotal of 251. Unfortunately, I'm not VAT registered, so I have to pay the £50 VAT, which makes it £302. So how this works is, it says here that I have 101 unused days, and that will be added to my new premium plan, so I get 466 days in total. So that means that my renewal date is actually September the 29th, 2027, which to me sounds far enough away, so I'm happy with that. So let's buy it. So here I'm actually paying with PayPal, but there's nothing in my PayPal account, so that is using the card that is attached to my PayPal account. Okay, and that's all seemed very easy. Now there is only just 1 day, just over 1 day left on this offer, so I would probably say that I would get on with it if you need to do this. The next offer is, I think, probably going to be the Halloween one, so that's when we're looking for that, probably October time. So I think this is probably the last one for the summer. Anyway, so while we've got TradingView in our hands, let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin. And you can see here the other day on this chart, I'm not sure when I drew this, but I obviously drew this double bottom here. I kind of guess that was probably, must have been around Friday the 11th of June, that kind of thing, 11th, 12th of June. I drew a double bottom there, which is a bullish sign. So that did go up a little bit as expected, but didn't go quite as far as we thought. Let's just put on our indicator Quadzilla to get an idea of what's going on. This is on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so what we can see here is that we had this bullish cross here of this yellow and green line. That's a 21 and 55 EMA. That happened on the 11th of June, and the price went up, and went up as far as Monday the 15th, like last Monday. And then we got this super down signal here, which pushed the price down and has been doing pretty much ever since. That said, we did get this bullish retracement level here that Quadzilla drew in, and the price completed that absolutely perfectly. It did exactly what it's supposed to do. It went up, touched that, and had a little bounce. Okay, now since then, because we've got the bearish cross there with the EMAs, the price is coming down. However, it does start to look like the yellow and green are approaching each other, and that could possibly be giving us a bullish cross fairly soon. So it's possible that we could get some more upside. So there's no obvious retracement levels here, although I would say it's probably worth looking at something like the VRVP, the visual range volume profile, just to see where the likely areas of liquidity are. So you can see we're at one now. So if we get above the current level, we should move fairly quickly up to here, up to about 65,796. But if we reject round here, we could come down here, 62.6. Below that, it's pretty much free fall down to 50k. So it's probably very important that we do keep an eye on those exponential moving averages. That said, at the moment we are getting this green shading here between the two lines, which means it's very likely that they will cross. So you could try and front run this with a long position, but really it would be safer to wait until you see that bullish cross. And then at that point what you normally see is a little pullback before it goes up. Let's look at it on a higher time frame, something like the 4 hour, because you can see here that the 4 hour turned bearish on Thursday the 18th of January. Although you can see that the faster EMAs, like the 5 EMA there, the red one, and the cyan 9 EMA, they are starting to turn up now. And we did indeed get this green bar here on the momentum oscillator of Quadzilla. This is normally a fairly good sign that that is at least a temporary bottom. So to me it looks like there's some upside to be had for the moment. Maybe that's what we'll see until Monday. Maybe Monday everything will change and there'll be some sort of geopolitical event that's like ruins everything. If we go down to one of my favourite smaller time frames, which is the 12-minute, we might get a clue for the immediate future. So it's highly likely that we will come back to this level here at 63k, but equally we need to close this one here at 64,285. So it's really on a knife edge, really, isn't it? It could go either way, which makes me think we may just chop around in a range during the weekend. Maybe something in that kind of area, maybe. So between 62.4 and 64.8. So I think as it's Saturday, I think I'll stay on the fence and just observe the charts and wait for something more concrete, something like a pullback to one of these retracements or a rejection from something that's higher. So there you go, that's what I'm looking for. If you found it interesting, then please do give the video a like, make sure you are subscribed, and you got the little notification bell on. Now in the corner at the end of this video there will be a recommended video for you. That normally turns out to be something quite relevant, so please do watch it, and I will see you later. All right, take care, trade safe. Please note that this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not financial advice. Any information or opinions provided are not guaranteed to be accurate or complete. Always conduct your own research before making any financial decisions. A full legal disclaimer is in the description of each video and live stream.